Well, good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. I'm JB's Crochet Amber, and today is Friday, October the 18th, and I say it like that because where'd this week go? Like, it's gone by so fast. So, I got some crocheting done yesterday. I have a half a finished object done. So I finished the first panel. I feel like I went a little too wide on this, but when I lay it on my neck and I lay it over, it hits me in that area I want it to on my arm when it's like draped over my arm. So I have finished the first panel of the Ruana. And I started on the second one yesterday. I have to dig it out. Hold on just a second. I put another project on top of it. And I gotta figure out, I have some gray I gotta use up. Here is my second piece. This is actually my second or third attempt at starting this. And there's those color changes that are just like, it's just done. It goes on to the next one. So like I said, it's just another basically panel of that one. I almost thought about doing these together, but I already finished and tied off that one, and I started this one, so I'm not going to worry about that. I am trying to figure out how I'm going to seam these together. But I'm not going to really think about that too much right now because I don't know how I'm going to lay these together. Like, you know, where I'm going to line up my colors and stuff. Because, like, you know, I'm not going to be able to tell until I have this one done which side, you know, they'll sit of each other. So, I did finish one side, or one panel, and I'm on the second, so I had to dig around and look at the last 3 cakes I had of this yarn, and so the last one I did, the last one I used on here, it was wanting to color change. Let's see if I can feel it. Not very far. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to feel the knot. Nope, probably not. Could have sworn it was. Oh, nope. My fingers can't find it. Like, it was not very far at all. Like, oh. So, it wanted to color change right here where my thumb is to the next color. And I went, I don't want to have just, and it was on the last row here, just this short of a section in the color change. So I went, and I looked for the least amount of black on either the outside or the inside of my cake. So I had to pull out some of them from the middle because a lot of times they're tucked down inside where you can't see. Where you can't see the color changes. Because like this white was it on? It was on the inside of one of my, oh, I think it was the one okay, yeah, that's what it was. So this little bit of white right here was gonna start off this one. And I went, Do not want, I mean, that's not going to do very many. That might have done my chain, maybe, and I don't even know if it would have done that. Like, it's so hard to show you how much is here. But, like, it wouldn't have done very much. So I cut this off. I was going to try and attach it at some point on one of the whites on here and just make it just a smidge. I don't even know if this is going to make it wider. It's just going to add to it. So it may be a little thicker in one area. Not like double straining it, but like just thicker in the sense of, let me see if I can find an example. So see, like right here where the black and the gray stop and start right here. So like you would just have a, you know, it may say the black would have went all the way to the end of the row instead, and then, you know, it just would have changed where the start and stop would have been with that color change. So I just gotta, at some point when I get to a white, just add this in and then I can use it up. Yes, I could just easily throw this away, but why when I can use it? I just cut it out and I'm going to add it into one of my white sections. Sorry. Today is Finish It or Focus on It Fridays. I'm not sure if we're gonna have it today and if we're gonna have it on my channel or Marianne's channel. Last I knew, I think she was going to, you know, as long as she had someone there to help her get stuff done beforehand, she would be able to make it. But I don't know. So, and I didn't scramble to get somebody, so we'll see. I don't know. I know I could go live myself, but it's our show. I just want to make sure it's ours, you know. Yes, it's on one of our channels every other week, but like, it's our show. It's our it's our baby, so to speak. Okay. So I showed this yesterday, I believe. I don't know. I know I showed it to Juan on his Zoom yesterday. A lot of people were saying to keep it the red, white, and blue theme. And then he told me it is, in fact, 6 weeks of stuff. And that the green, and I was like, and I think I kind of interrupted him possibly. So I was like, yeah. I was like, thanks for letting me know that, because now that helps me decide that I could, honestly, I thought back to it and I went, well, now I could go one of both ways. But when it comes to decor, there's something about, I remember hearing, I believe, I want to say it was from a candle company. It wasn't the one that starts with an S. It was a different one that also sold other things, or actual, like, burning wax candle or burning wick candles, whereas the other one just melts the wax and heats it up. No, it's actual candles, and I can't remember what the candle company was called, and I don't even know if they're still around. What were they called? Could have sworn I remember hearing from a presentation, because it was one of those, I went to a friend's house for a party and they had a salesperson there and they were talking, and I don't know that it was then, to be honest, that I learned this, but decorating in odd numbers, so like 3s, 5s, 7s, 9s, like there's just something aesthetically pleasing about centering or balancing, because you have, you know, you have your one piece in the middle that anchors the 2 pieces on the outside or whatever. It kind of, even though it's not even an even number, it's evenly balanced, if that makes sense. So in the blanket, I don't know if this, you know, if this rule of odd numbers with decor, I don't know if it ties into the color choices in blankets, like the amount of color choices or whatever, but that's just where my brain goes. I go to, you know, I go to this information in my head of 3s, you know, like, so it's either even or it's, you know, odd, but it just depends on the item, I think. And I had originally planned to do all 3 colors. So that means, let's see if I can hold these up. These are heavy. It was doing all 3 of these. I think they all 3 go together. I can see the appeal of doing this red, white, and blue, but this is also a fall blanket. So that is why, part of why I want to go with adding the green in. I think it'll look really pretty. And then while I was in the Zoom, someone, oh, I don't want to say this in a mean way, and it's not a mean way, but okay. They had the gall to say something, and I went, you shouldn't have said that, because, well, I didn't do that, but I'm thinking it now. I'm like, they shouldn't have said that because now I want to do it. That's where I was going with it. Well, like, it wasn't like something dramatic or anything that happened, but they just mentioned something about something they were thinking of doing, and I went, that's a fantastic idea, because that gets me out of a whip. Oh, one of the ladies, one of the official yarn addicts was showing off her stuff, and then got to talking about Juan's new cow that I was just showing, and she goes, I'm actually considering frogging my Sophies and doing it in his cow instead. Like, instead of doing the Sophies, doing his cow for it. Like she didn't want to do the Sophies anymore or something. I honestly couldn't remember the whole exact word by word she said, but I do remember her saying frogging her Sophies and using his cow instead. And I went, huh, I like that idea. Oh, she should not have said that, because now, you know, what did I do? Oh, yep. Yep. Only I haven't frogged the Sophies yet. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to, because, y'all check this out. I got that far already. Although I was up till 11 o'clock in my bed last night. Y'all, when my husband isn't in the bed just yet, or isn't in the bed, I tend to watch TV longer. And so, yeah. I started a second one, and I have to say, if you're watching, thank you for that idea, because honestly, this is so much more fun. I don't know why. I don't. But I love how the color, like this, okay, the skein of yarn I'm using is called Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. Now, ombre between what? Because that lighter color, like, yeah, it pops out, but like, to me, it's not really an ombre. It's just more of a self-striping between the 2 colors. Like, it looks only like it's here and here in person. Like, but I mean, you can kind of see it in here. Like, when you hold this back a little bit, you can see that it's give me some room here. Well, I'm gonna have to fix my join, because I just yanked it out of there. because I didn't have a stitch marker holding it. So you can kind of see where it's this brighter color here, and then it I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up very well. I'll show right here. Can you see, like, right here is a different color. All this right here, this ridge and the the stitches on either side of it are this other color. And then it goes into this darker with the popcorn color, where the popcorns are right here. It goes into that darker color. And then it comes back around to this stuff here comes back around here, and then it's eventually going to come back into here. So it kind of ombres back and forth, I guess. And you don't really see it, and like, I just don't think the camera's going to pick up. Yeah, because the further I pull it back, it's hard. It's hard to pick up all those color changes, or the changing that it's doing. And I'm like, this is looking cool without being one solid color, you know? I like it. And I think it's close enough to this this Sophie's that, yeah. And I'm more likely to finish this because I don't know, there's just something about the Sophie's. I just don't want to pick it up and finish it. But I do want to finish it because it's for my friend. It's for a housewarming present. But I think this is a good replacement. So I am excited. This one is almost done with week 1, and then I have to do week 2 because as an official yarn addict for his channel, with his channel I mean, we got the first 2 weeks of the cowl. So we are going to be slightly ahead of the tutorial for some of us. So I have to finish week 2 on the first one and finish week 1 and start week 2 on the second one. So I'll probably get this. So this is the hot sauce. I'm going to call this hot sauce blanket for now because it's for my bestie. Yes, I love that word, bestie. Yeah, she's one of my besties. And for her house, although she's been in this house now for several months, it's going to be a belated housewarming gift. And I told her, you may not get it until Christmas. So, hot sauce blanket and then the autumn blanket. Those are my 2 cows. Or cowl number 1, cowl number 2. I don't know. That might be more confusing. I'll just go with hot sauce and Premier. The cowl and the Premier and the cowl and the red heart. There we go. So, I'm going to leave this open to this page because I'm going to work on, I got to fix this. I think I'm going to put it back in this bag here. And now I got to go find myself a project bag to put this in. So. But once I'm done with the second panel of my Ruana, I'll have all the room in the, I have it in this one tote here. Because this is the tote I've been taking with me in the car. Because these projects were small enough that I could take this small tote. And I've had to bring this because it gets dark. 6:30, 7 o'clock, it's twilight, and it's getting to where I need to turn on the center console lights in my car. And the one in the center does not like shine over the work that I'm working on. So I bring my neck light and I hang it over either side of my my visor. I pull it down, I unclick it, and then I just slide my neck light on so that it's hanging like this on either side, and I just angle the 2 lights right above me and turn them both on and go to town working. And I can work till the cows come home when my daughter, well, until it, you know, dies. So I probably need to charge it because I've used it a few times and I plan to use it more. So yeah, I can continue to crochet into the dark. So that is what I have for you guys today. Don't forget, it's a beautiful day to be kind and positive and go make something beautiful. And I'll see you on the next one, friends. Bye.